Alright guys, we're back again and thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to present to you the 93 Octane baseline tunes with IE 034 and boost dynamic tuning. So what does that mean? You guys know the drill. 2-minute break in between the runs. We're going to do this pretty quick here so they're in the straight hour so we don't have huge weather swing changes. Right now our DA is sitting at 1,000, which isn't bad. Our current conditions are 89 degrees Fahrenheit with about 40% humidity. Let's show you guys what we're about to do. Let's hit that dyno. Alright guys, here is the data you've been waiting for. So as you guys see, the colors differentiate whose tune we are rocking. This is version 2, meaning the second pole. Version 1 is the first pole. Coming up here, we're kind of taking the early on torque pole. I mean, obviously this is horsepower. So we're ripping it in the beginning at 3,000 RPMs, giving all that power, and then we're going to start tapering it down. Now let's look at everybody else's here. IE right in the middle at 262, 257, not too shabby. 20 horsepower difference is a big difference to me. And if you guys look in the video, they actually spike higher boost, but we'll go see the computer in a second to actually see what it shows. Other than that, you guys see we come on pretty hard. Version 2 still gaining power. We're 7 horsepower even on the second pole when we should be hotter and running less power. Now this is where everybody kind of mixes together. So at 4,600 RPMs, I mean, come on guys, we're pretty identical. 4 horsepower difference between all of them. Coming here at the end, 5,000 RPMs, 034 is doing pretty good. They like to gradually raise the power at the end of the power band. So you guys can see they're making the most horsepower, but on the second pole, dropped 6 horsepower, which is very minimal. Don't forget, this could be dyno air. So I pretty much say anything between 0 and 8 horsepower, don't even look at it as a difference. We all are pretty much matching identical. When you get to the end of the run here, who's running the most power? Well, IE is not doing too shabby, continuing the power, but then what I said, okay, we got a 1 horsepower difference, a 4 horsepower difference, that's nothing. Coming over here, we're seeing a close to a 10 horsepower difference, so there is a little bit different. IE is still pulling the power through the end of the power band. 034 is dropping off a little bit, and I know I'm tapering off boost at the top and end. So there is the data side of it. Let's go show you the actual logs of the pulls. All right, guys, here's BDT's version 1 log. As you guys can see, we are spiking at 3,135 RPMs, 2,600, millibar. That converts to 23 to 24 PSI. I'm gonna taper it off right at me letting off the throttle, 6,500, which is 25, 23. There we go, tapering down to 22. So I'm gonna spike 23, 24, and I'm gonna taper it down to 22. Depending on intake air temperatures, that could be different depending on if it's colder or hotter. Moving on to the good stuff here, throttle plate, open 100%, pretty good. Where's the biggest one? In ignition angle. That's pretty much what you guys are gonna look at here. Coming through the beginning of the power band at 3,300, we're at 6 degrees timing. Up at the top end, we're hitting 15.5, not too shabby. All right, let's move on to the next. IE version 1. Let's see what boost levels they are hitting here. A little better for you guys to see this. All right, so they are spiking 2740. So let's get the calculator back out. So they are spiking 26 PSI, right around there, and tapering off to, was that 22, pretty much 23. So right around 19 to 20 PSI they're dropping it off to. As you guys know, I'm tapering it to 22, and I'm coming up from 23, and then come down to 22, 21. They are spiking it up to 25, so they are raising the boost higher than we are, but yet we are making more power. It's because, guys, boost is not everything. Ignition timing is a big factor. Let's show you what the ignition timing is doing here. So they're starting out, like I say, 3,000. 3,500, they're at 0 degrees top dead center. I think on mine I was right around 4, 5, 6. At the top of the top end, they're at 15 degrees. That's right where I am too. The engine cannot be pushed anymore. That's really honestly the maximum timing you can run on a 93 octane tune in these hot temperatures. Okay, we should look at intake air temperature here. At the beginning of the log, we started at 33 Celsius, we dropped down 31 Celsius and rise up to 36 Celsius, but that's at the end of the pole. So you guys can see it's getting hot because they're running high boost. If you run high boost at the top end, you're gonna get high intake air temperatures. All right, let's jump over to 034. 034, what are you guys running? Boost pressure, look at that beautiful curve. All right, so like I told you guys, they bring it in gradually, which doesn't look too gradual here, and then it rises up. Kind of weird, honestly. They're raising the boost pretty high, yet on the boost gauge, I don't remember seeing that, but I saw it coming up. So let's do the numbers here. Spiking 22 to 23 PSI at 3,000 RPM. So they really did bring in the boost, but they had no ignition timing is my guess. We're about to find out with the log. And then they're gonna taper off at the end of the pole here, pretty much 2,300, 19 PSI. So 23, let's see their highest. Let's call it 27 here, so 1.7, 25. So 22, 23, and then 25, and then tapering it down to 22. Not too shabby. Now the sauce, the ignition timing. They're pretty low here. So let's see, 3,000, like we were showing on other tunes. I'm running about 4 to 5 degrees. They're running 1.5. Up at the top end here, we're running at 9 degrees. That's not a lot of ignition timing at the end. You guys saw we were running 15.5. So this is a nice moderate tune. They're not pushing it too hard. Let's show them the intake air temperatures so you guys see what was going on. All right, so we came in at 38 Celsius. They were a little warmer, dropping to 36 and ending at 41. So 38, we only went up 3 Celsius during that poll. Not too bad. The front mount intercooler is doing its job. I did not throw in BDT's intake air temperature. Let's see that. So you guys can see I'm starting at 33 Celsius, same exact starting temperature as IE had, and we are ending at 36, so we're gaining 3. That's still very well. It means we're not pushing it too hard. We're not pushing boost too crazy. If you're around 50 Celsius and this temperature, you should be after beating it. 50 Celsius is max. I don't want to see anything close to that. There you go, guys. That is the data side of it. Well, guys, the data's in. Did that really show you what you wanted to see? I hope so. I really tried to go in depth and not miss anything, but guys, there's a lot. I'm holding a boost gauge, I'm turning on the dyno, and I got a log on the computer. All right, so bear with me, but you guys can see I did these runs back to back to back, same temperatures. I have the same car and same fueling. What else can you mix up? But other than that, guys, thank you for tuning in. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. And like always, stay BDT tuned.